The variegated Cuban oregano plant, also known as the Plectanthus amboinicus variegata, or something like that, it's a beautiful and aromatic herb that brings a touch of vibrant color to any garden. The leaves are a stunning mix of green and creamy white and are not only beautiful but also has the characteristic of oregano flavor. Propagating a variegated Cuban oregano from cuttings is a simple and rewarding process. These are the steps to take. You pick the best cuttings, a healthy stem with at least nodes. Those are the bumpy parts where the leaves grow. The cutting should be around 4 to 6 inches long. Cut off the leaves below the first node. This prevents them from rotting in the water. Fill a clean jar of glass with fresh water. Add a few drops of liquid fertilizer or root hormone to encourage root development. Place the cutting in the water, ensuring the nodes are submerged. Maintain ideal conditions by placing the jar in indirect light location. Avoid direct sunlight as it can burn the delicate leaves, and change the water every 2 or 3 days, ensuring the water remains clean and fresh. This variegated variety is a bit more delicate than the green oregano, but with a little care, it thrives and rewards you with a generous supply of fragrant leaves. If I can do it, so can you. This right here, I am trying to just put it in the soil. One of the clippings, just like that, plop it in the soil, tuck it in, and we're going to see what grows faster. I prefer propagating in the water. It may take a few weeks for roots to develop, but be patient. Keep an eye on the cutting and ensure the water level keeps the roots under water. Once the roots are established around 2 or 4 inches, gently transfer the cuttings to a pot filled with well-draining potting mix, but don't miss that video coming up. For now, we are doing the propagating in water. Is the Mexican mint and Cuban oregano the same? Well, variegated Cuban oregano is commonly known by several other names: Cuban oregano mint, Spanish thyme, Mexican oregano, Mexican mint, Vicks plant, and Coleus aromaticus variegatus. Yeah, it turns out this is a Coleus. Is variegated Cuban oregano edible? The variegated Cuban oregano retains the characteristics of oregano flavor, making it perfect for adding a twist to your culinary creations. I personally don't use it for food, but love the beautiful leaves. They're so cute. If you have a recipe of Cuban oregano, drop me a comment and let me know. So far for me, the creamy white frame on its leaves is a beautiful contrast with the rich green center, adding visual interest in my garden. The Cuban oregano also attracts pollinators. Its fragrant flowers attract a variety of beneficial insects to your garden, aiding in pollination and natural pest control. This herb is relatively easy to care for, low maintenance, making it excellent choice for beginner gardeners or plant parents like me that love to try and get all kinds of plants. Do you like to try new plants to your collection? Let me know in the comments. And look at these roots. This is after a couple of weeks, and this is so exciting to see. So cute. Some tips for success. Use sterilized tools. Consider the rooting hormone. Provide adequate light and maintain some humidity, which means don't have it under the heater or under the AC blasting air on the leaves. But really, it is not that difficult. This is a couple of weeks later, And see how big the roots are getting? By now it's probably close to a month after I put them in the water, and it is just so nice to see. Once your cuttings have established in the soil, you need to watch to have variegated Cuban oregano plant forever. You just have to repeat again and again, and you can have the same kind of plant for many years to come. See right here, this is the other one that was a little shorter, and they are all growing baby leaves. All of them are progressing perfectly fine. They have their baby roots, they have their baby leaves, and all I did was placing them in water. This over here has more rooting hormone than the other one in the glass jar, but all of them were successful, which I cannot say for all the other propagation that I have. In case that you wonder, does Cuban oregano come back every year? Not in the colder areas. It can take as low as 40 Fahrenheit, so bring it indoors for the late fall and winter. It does well in planting zones 9B, 10, and 11. Is Cuban oregano invasive? Some people wonder if Cuban oregano is invasive, but no. In most places, it is just an annual plant, unless that you bring it indoors for the winter. In a pot, it can last you many, many years. Can Cuban oregano be planted outside? If you want to grow it outside for the spring and summer, you could bury the pot in a flower bed so you can dig it out for the winter, unless you live in the zones 10 to 11 where the weather remains warm. And see, this is one of the leaves that I just put in the ground, in the soil. I don't know if it's going to grow a plant, but it's growing roots. Does the Mexican mint or Cuban oregano repel mosquitoes? Oregano oil is considered an excellent antiseptic and insect repellent. It has some ingredients in it that seem to be highly effective in repelling mosquitoes. I am going to test it and let you know. And now check the next video where I'm propagating Cuban oregano in the soil.